Friends, thank you for giving a portion of your day. As John said, we're going to cover 3 topics. Number 1, well, how do I find these people in the first place? You know, we're all tasked with how to fundraise and how to fundraise properly. But you'd be so surprised how many conferences that you go to where you actually don't find out how you can start, how you can meet these individuals of influence and affluence and expertise in your community that will care about your mission. But what if you actually did have all that contact information? You were able to really know that you could be and transact with this important group of people. Well, once you get that contact information, the next right question is, how do I use it properly? What do I do with it? And then finally, this great panel that's on the webinar today, we're going to host your questions via that chat box in your GoToWebinar window. So let's get started. How do I find donors who give? And you want to know what, friends? They are in your community. They're in your file. If you're privileged to have a file, a newsletter file or an email file or a broadcast file, just what, you know, a donor file. There are individuals in there that you don't know about. There's also the opportunity to seek people that are not in your file, who are not yet in your universe, and then find out how to contact them. Let's, you know, with that being said, let's just go right to the 3 aspects of DonorScope. The first function of DonorScope is that you'll be able to log in. We're going to do this just a minute, and you'll be able to select a city, and I would recommend wherever your service footprint is. And some of you are national organizations. Some of you are regional or local organizations. Some of you are just serving the community within which you've grown up and have made your own. But you're going to be able to go to DonorScope, and you're going to be able to put in geographical information and be able to find out who the philanthropists are in your community that could care about your mission. That's the first function of DonorScope. The second function of DonorScope is, if you already have an existing file, if you already have a group of friends, some of them may not be giving, it could be prospects, it could be actual donors, but what does it look like to upload that file to DonorScope and then have DonorScope append the financial, publicly held information for each record in your file, so you can actually have a better understanding of the potential that's already in your universe. And then finally, not only do we download prospects, not only do we upload our own internal file, but we also teach you at DonorScope how to compile lists, key lists that already exist and that are public in your community that you want to use and cross-reference the new file, the new names that you download, and the new names that you upload. So at DonorScope, we do 3 things.